giving away free candy. How much did that candy cost our company? How many thank yous or how many hey, how are yous did I get when I was going through my problems? But we give these kids free candy on this free RGL show for charity? And you wonder why I hate this company.
This is why you've never achieved anything in this company, because you're more worried about who gets candy instead of who gets a win in the ring. This is Grant Sawyer, along with the Lost Cause, Nick Richards, calling his buddy, his hetero life mate, Jason Miller, against one half of the Killbillies, Southpaw Aric Andrews, as Miller takes a spill to the outside, and Nick Richards has already taken the headset off here.
This is for you. This match is for you. We got big stuff coming up.
Jason Miller seems to be more focused on getting Mark James than he is competing against Aric Andrews in this contest.
Nothing wrong with having to talk a soldier up, you know what I mean? That's exactly.
I bet you've talked a lot of soldiers up in your time.
That's exactly what Jason Miller. Jason Miller is a soldier. Look at him. He knows his place. You want to know why? You want to know why? Because this company you love also abandoned him. Another arm drag. Watch the arm. Another one. Miller, watch the arm.
Aric Andrews simply out-wrestling Jason Miller to this point, proving why he, not Jason Miller, has been one of the top tag team wrestlers and individual competitors over the past 2 years here in CWF Mid-Atlantic.
I know the path Aric Andrews is on. I was on it myself. Aric Andrews is a popular guy. He was a tag team champion. And where does that get you?
Well, apparently it gets him a lot of love here at the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium and multiple championships.
Yeah, they love him now. Aric Andrews injures and he's out for a month. Let's see how much this company cares about him. Let's see how much they are.
So when you disappeared from this company, you were injured?
There are different kind of illnesses, Grant, if you got to be so technical about everything. I needed my time away. That's the point, because I've given 6 years to this company, 6 years of my blood, 6 years of everything. I haven't had a life except for this company, and when I needed my time, nobody cared.
Now that's how you feel. Is that
nobody cared.
Is that how Jason Miller genuinely feels, or is that what you brainwashed Jason Miller to feel?
Jason Miller was a heartbroken soul. You want to know why? Because he didn't just get his heart broken by wrestling. He had the outside world break his heart. So he realized, just like I did, that there's no difference. The world is round. The wrestling wheel is round. We're not trying to stop the wheel, but we can damn sure put a spoke in it. And that's what we're here to do.
So is that what makes you truly happy in life now, is just ruining other people's happiness?
You know what?
Aric Andrews firing back here on Miller.
Miller,
fighting out of that corner.
Fight! Miller, get out.
Textbook suplex by Aric Andrews.
1.5 count, by the way. Any other guy, that would have been a solid 2. 1.5 for Jason Miller.
Jason Miller hasn't come close to getting a half count in this match, much less a 1.5 or 2.5 count.
Jason Miller, this is exactly why I gave him this test, because, as I said, we have big things coming up.
I think Aric Andrews.
You don't see me on the card.
I think Aric Andrews is pushing Jason Miller harder in this match than anything verbally you can do to them.
I'm sitting here doing commentary because I don't need this. Jason Miller does. Jason Miller knows it, because anytime Jason Miller, since he's been back, we've had to watch our backs every second of every day from Donnie or Mark James or whatever hooligan back there wants to jump us, without Jason Miller being able to train properly.
I remember
when the company don't care about that, do they? They care about their stars.
I remember when Jason Miller started out here in CWF Mid-Atlantic, and he was a beloved hero to these fans, and he won that Rising Generation League Championship by taking Mecha Mercenary to the absolute limit and putting him down. Jason Miller is not showing a fraction of that passion and drive that he showed against Mecha Mercenary 2-3 years ago in this match against Aric Andrews right now.
Since Jason Miller has been back, we've taken out every credible champion that's been put in front of us. You want to argue that?
Certainly not by out-wrestling them.
Jason Miller has nothing to lose.
Here comes Jason Miller.
You need to cover your... Okay, look. We got our
time in the world, okay? Don't even listen to the count. You have all the time in the world. This is
Jason
your
Miller with his
fight
hand clamped around the other headset, so none of Nick Richards' advice.
Your fight.
I'm sure you're gonna tell him.
Okay?
7. Hey! Hey! Don't lose this being stupid. Get in.
He's in, Red.
If you whisper this much in Jason Miller's ear in public, I can't imagine how much you do it in private.
You know, make all the jokes you want. You can't argue with the success measured by me that we've had in this company. We don't need your belts. We don't need your recognition. I don't care if I'm in your stupid stat book next year. The fact is that win or lose, we've started something.
Wow. Aric Andrews, one step ahead of Miller at every point, and another hip toss taking Miller down.
Yep, because there's nothing, you know, familiar about him having to take a cheap shot to get back over on his opponent.
Miller now using that brute strength, powering Aric Andrews back in the corner. Referee Ray Jones trying to separate him, and Miller finally with his first offensive advantage with that sledgehammer blow to the skull of Aric Andrews.
People in your beliefs in your heroes and think you think they can do something for you. That's the problem.
Thank you. Miller just called for Nick Richards. Nick Richards climbing the top rope has nothing at all to do with this contest. Aric Andrews backdropping Mills over, and now has Richards heaving him off the top rope. Who is in the handicap match? Are Richards and Miller the handicap ones here? Because Aric Andrews is taking him out. Even without Evan Bakes by his side. Referee Red Jones has been doing nothing but pretty much watch this go down. Were your best attempts, I guess they were effective in the long run.
You see who's on top? Think I care about this? Drop in the bucket.
Take a picture now!
Miller choking Aric Andrews out with that boot in the corner.
Do what you gotta do.
Well, he sure hasn't done a wrestling move yet in this match.
Does he need to? He's on top. It takes 3 seconds. It doesn't matter what
But he's
move.
capable of doing wrestling moves. I've seen him do them before. You used to be capable of wrestling moves.
You know what? I used to be capable of a lot of things, like believing in anything. Has this company given me anything to believe in? No.
This company's given you every opportunity to believe in something over the past.
It told me that from the second I got back how easily replaceable I was. Oh, Nick's not here to team with Donnie anymore?
Whoever sat there and told you or Jason Miller were replaceable?
You know what? You know what? You got your stat book. I want you to tell me how fast it took this company just to replace me with Mark.
It's pretty easy. You got to replace you with somebody when you don't show up for the biggest show of the year at Battlecade.
All this time when I had the back, a fat back, and Matty stayed home in Virginia. But no, when we split up, when I'm gone.
You're more paying attention, more arguing with me than you are listening to Jason Miller trying to give you cues from the ring.
Don't mock him, Mills. Just stay on him.
The past 60 seconds proves how far you and Jason Miller will go as a team, because he was trying to get your attention for you to be at ringside to help him, illegal or not, and you weren't even on the same page. How are you two ever going to work together? How are you two ever going to have any form of success when that's the amount of attention you pay to your partner?
I don't have to pay attention to him. He pays attention to me. That's why he's here. He knows it. I don't have to listen to you tell me how to direct my partner. I don't have to sit here and listen to you tell me that he needs to direct me. Everything we've done here is because of me.
That is the most egotistical statement.
You see that?
Jason Miller achieved 10 times the success before you were at his side.
You know what happens when you have morals and objectives and everything else? Jason Miller, the old Jason Miller would have gotten him out.
You can go to sleep happy at night. That's what happens when you have morals.
The old Jason Miller would have gone out, thrown him in the ring, and tried to win. this Jason Miller he would take the count out win. You want to know why? Because it's a W.
Well, he's bludgeoning
It's a W.
He's bludgeoning Aric Andrews right now on the outside as referee Red Jones administers the 10 count.
You think if the Jacksonville Jaguars had any way to beat the Denver Broncos, they wouldn't take that W by any means and get away with it? You're lying. Because this company and everyone in it has deemed us worthless, like they are.
Well, in wrestling, you have one official watching a match rather than the 7 or 8 around a football field. That's why you can get away with some of the BS that you get away with now.
Who screens our referees? I don't.
We are asking one man to officiate a one-on-one contest. The Denver Broncos don't have to worry about the coach running onto the field and tackling somebody.
How many men do you need?
Well, apparently,
it is 2 guys, not 22.
If you could brainwash 50 guys, you would do it in a heartbeat.
You'd be surprised at how many I can brainwash, actually.
Sick. Jason Miller with a sleeper on Aric Andrews. As you can tell, the brute force of Jason Miller has really taken it out of Andrews in the past several minutes here. Richards throwing the headset off once again.
Hey, get my ass shut up. Yeah.
See? If he would have used the forearm, he could have choked him out. Hey! Use that forearm! Choke him!
Choke.
Red ain't gonna disqualify you. He won't.
If he finds a choke, he's got a 5 count or he will be disqualified.
Red Jones has about as much integrity as he has teeth.
Well, that arm is dropped twice now. Here, no! Aric Andrews still alive in this contest.
Aric Andrews likes the people like him. He's a fighter. That's great. But that won't be good enough. That won't be good enough. You watch.
Both men down following Aric Andrews' back suplex there. Struggling to get to their feet. Haymaker blocked by Andrews.
Oh, come on. Faster strikes. Throws the left then.
There's the Aric Andrews left hand. That's why they call him Southpaw right there.
Should have him guard that hand.
Flying shoulder tackle and Miller is down.
Ropes. Hey, watch where you're at. No.
Dead center of the ring. Aric Andrews, big cover. 2 and no. Miller kicks out.
Got a shoulder up for 2. Jason Miller still alive. Jason Miller, a survivor.
We have just over 120 seconds remaining in the time limit of this contest.
Come on, Jason.
2 minutes remaining.
Someone needs to hit a big move and hit it soon. Oh, Aric Andrews going for the sharpshooter here.
No. Miller.
One of the signature moves of the competitor. Referee Red Jones right in the face of Jason Miller. Ask him if he wants to give this one up. Richards with the headset off again. Richards inching closer to the ring, but Miller is inching closer to the ropes. Miller, what is... Well, I think Jason Miller would have got into the ropes regardless of what Nick Richards had in mind there. Red Jones trying to watch everything in the ring, which is a little difficult. Oh, Aric Andrews going for the Russian leg sweep. Richards takes a shot on the apron. Miller. Aric Andrews spins out off the ropes, going for the knee drop. No, Richards tripped him. DDT by Miller. And Jason Miller, courtesy of the interference of Nick Richards, has stolen this one.
Your winner and your survivor.
Survivor? Handed him that one on a silver platter. To say Aric Andrews dominated that contest would be an understatement, but thanks to the interference of the Lost Cause, Jason Miller is leaving with a victory here tonight.